Hello everybody and welcome to another author interview at In-House Publishing. Sometimes the publishing process can take years and even decades, and joining me today is the author of Ashka's Attic, Sally Poole. Hello Sally.
Hello.
It has taken Sally 30 years to put together this compilation. So Sally, tell us a bit about it. What is Ashka's Attic?
Ashka's Attic is my head. It's what's in my brain, it's what goes into here and into here, and it always transferred up into my head, which is my attic. So Ashka was a name that I had when I was a little girl that had imaginary friends, so I was Ashka, and it's stuck ever since. So when I decided to put all my thoughts down on paper, it became an attic of sorts. So you trot things out at Christmas and you store everything in the attic, so what better place to put everything is in your head. So it's me.
Okay, that leads me into my second question quite well actually, because the work in here is very personal, it's very deep. Some of the poetry is quite confronting. Where did the inspiration come from to write this?
The people that have been in my life. So, and I've been in some pretty hairy situations. I've had a very interesting existence thus far. And relationships that I've been in, friendships that I've made, friendships that I've lost. I work a lot with, in my latter part of my life, I worked a lot with disabilities, kids right from primary all the way through to high school and youth and adults with disabilities, long-term mental illness, long-term unemployed, Indigenous, migrants. So it's kind of the things that I went through with them and other relationships that I've been in that have been a bit hairy at times, because I see people and I just accept them for who they are, because like we're all part of this planet, so the way you choose to live your life is your business. And if I like who you are as a person, I don't care what you do. Of course, if you're a mass murderer or something like that, that's a bit different. But generally I don't discriminate.
So the inspiration has come from the
people.
Experiences you've had,
Yep.
the people you've met, which from a creative standpoint is one of the, in my mind, one of the four places where creativity does come from, which is our experiences, whether they've come from a positive or negative place. It enables us to either paint a picture or associate with a piece of music or write it down.
It's also been because everybody on this planet goes through the same emotion. It's the same for absolutely everybody, and it took me a long time to work that out. I thought, oh my God, it's only me, why is this happening to me? Why does it never happen to anybody else? And I'm sure everyone has asked that question when they've been in their deepest, darkest hour. But you know what, it has. It's happened to every single person. It just depends on where they are in their life, how bad it is at the time, what's happened around, like the circumstances around it, and how they deal with it. But it happens to everybody.
You're so right. I think the circumstances will change from person to person, but the emotion that comes from that is actually the same for everyone. Tell us a bit more about the cover. What's the story behind the lion and the dolphin?
The lion, it's deeply personal for me. The lion represents me because I'm a Leo, and they say Leos can be arrogant and proud and domineering and all these sort of things, but I suppose I am a little bit at times, but generally because I just want what's best for you. And again, here I say it, but it's not for me to decide what's best for you. So that's been a learning journey for me to go, okay, hang on, woo up. I will give you some opportunities, some options, and you must help yourself. I can't do it for you. So that's been a learning curve for me. So that's the lion in me. The dolphin represents family because they're deeply family orientated creatures. They mate for life and they travel in pods, and when they're alone they are so miserable and they die because unless they can find their family. So for me, my family is everything. My children, I've got 3 older boys, grown-up boys, and I've got a 7-year-old daughter, and they to me are everything. So that's the dolphin.
Would it be fair to say you also, over the years, have built quite an extended family?
It's enormous. I'm mum to thousands.
And that's the interesting thing about your history, and I remember us having a conversation some time ago about when you were working out of state and you were helping some very angry kids trying to find their way in the world through the education system. And however you did it, and we won't go into it today, but you built trust, you built a relationship, and it seemed to me your fight was more with the system than it was with the kids, and they saw that and they were grateful for that.
Yeah.
Would that be fair?
Yeah, I rattle cages.
Yeah.
I rattle the system. The system doesn't like me very much. However, they did give me a school, but that's another story. But yeah, the kids over the years, and there's been quite a number. Thank God for social media, because social media allows them to go, oh my God, there's Sally. Oh my God, is it you? And I get these bizarre messages on Messenger and on Facebook, and I go, yeah, it's me. Oh my God, do you remember me? Do you remember when I did this? Yes, I do. Oh boy, do I. And most of these kids, some of them lost their lives, but the majority of them are still here. And the ones that are, oh God, their mums, their dads, they're lovely. They're in lovely relationships. Some of them are in dodgy relationships, but they still come back. Like, they're like boomerangs, every single one of them.
Which leads me to my next question, which is what you want the readers to take out of this. Now, social media is wonderful, and it's helped us connect with people we haven't seen for years. Now, very soon, people are going to be watching this interview.
Yep.
They're going to know your book's available. What do you want people that know you and the ones that don't to take out of this book?
Everybody goes through the same emotion. Every single person on this planet has those emotions. The magnitude of those emotions changes from person to person, and it also changes from scenario to scenario, situation to situation. There are days when you feel a bit sad and you think, oh, you know, life sucks. There are other days when it's so tragic. So I've actually written it all down. It was a way of me to go, when I've been in some really full-on situations, I just went, oh, bugger this. So I'll write it all down. And then I've gone back to it and read it at a later date and went, oh God, it wasn't that bad after all. So I'm hoping that every person that I've shown it to, or bits and snippets, have opened it and gone, oh my God, that's me. I know how that feels. And then they'll go to another page and go, oh wow, yeah, I never thought of it like that. So I'm hoping that every person that reads it or looks at it or
Can relate
gets
to it
hold
in
of
some
it
way.
will relate to it.
That's
And it will
something.
help them in some form.
Yeah.
That's all I've ever wanted to do.
Well, it might give them perspective, and,
Yeah.
and at the very least, that's what you can hope for. What's next for Ashka's Attic? What's next for Sally?
I'm writing more, so this one took me a long, long time. It's about the first 40 years of my life, and I started writing when I was very, very young. But now I'm writing kids' stories, so, and also I've got another one of these in me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so from this one stopped when I was 40. So I'm 52 now, so I've got 10 years of catch up to do. And a lot's happened in that 10 years, so I've got a lot to say. So it's just a matter of sitting down and getting it all out of the attic onto the paper.
Well, I'm very pleased that this has opened the doorway. It has opened the attic door, if you can say that.
Absolutely.
If you guys are interested in getting a copy of Ashka's Attic, there's the website, to Sally's website on the bottom of the screen. You could also check it out on Amazon and, of course, the inhousebookstore.com.au. Sally, thank you so much for coming in and speaking to me today about the book.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Cheers, guys.